And like every good thing that starts on time, this meeting's going to start on time. Commissioner Patrick O'Malley, the chairman of the Board of Commissioners, will be chairing the meeting tonight for the public hearing on the ordinance to adopt a fair committee for Lackawanna County. Thank you all for joining us.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great day for Lackawanna County. It's part of something that I was hoping to realize since 2013, and we had a lot of great work involved in it. I mean, as you can see, we're going to have a beautiful Heritage Fair, and it's going to be May 20. It's going to be May 29th to June 2nd. What's neat about this fair is this is the fair is the beginning of the fair season. This isn't at the end. This isn't at the middle. This is right in the beginning. There was a lot of thought that went into this process. I brought this to the commissioners back in 2013, made a motion in our commissioners' news business to move forward on it. We started looking for the best that we possibly could. We started to formulate who was going to actually be on it. And in 2016 and in 2017, Armand and the board came forward, Olivetti came forward, and they're making the dream become a reality. When I think of fair, I think of quality of life to Lackawanna County. I think about children having a great time. I think about this being the start of the summer season. I think one of the best spots you could possibly have at a lot of fairs might be out in farm areas, which is great. This is located right off 81. Everybody knows where the Rail Riders play. Everybody knows where Live Nation is. Everybody knows where Montage Mountain is. Everybody knows where the shops of Montage and the restaurants and the movie theaters. Why not have the fair here? And we have some great partners, and they're here to make this a reality. So this is just one of many things that we're going to do along the way to make this fair a reality. First and foremost, we have to announce the authority tonight. So at this time, I would like to call this meeting to order on Wednesday, May 9th, 2018 at 7 p.m. at Montage Mountain, the incorporation and municipality of an authority of the Fair Authority. At this time, I'd like to ask our Chief of Staff for reading of the ordinance.
And I've been given permission by the solicitors to summarize this ordinance. And it's ordinance of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County, an ordinance signifying the intent of the Board of Commissioners of the County of Lackawanna to organize and incorporate a municipal authority pursuant to the Municipal Authorities Act of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Statutes 1945, Pennsylvania, CSA 5601-5623, to be known as the Lackawanna County Fair and Recreational Authority, authorizing, directing execution of articles of incorporation in the form herein contained, directing notice of the ordinance to be published, directing a public hearing be held. It's being held this evening. Said articles and proof of such notice to be filed with the Secretary of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, designating the purposes of said authority, appointing the first members of the board at the next meeting of the County Commissioners on May 17th, the authority fixing their terms of office, authorizing and taking all such actions as be necessary and appropriate to organize said authority. Thank you. Commissioner O'Malley, I believe you're going to introduce Commissioner.
Yes, yes, I am. Before I introduce Mr. Olivetti, I'd like to thank a few people. When we brought this to the board to even find out if it was financially feasible, we had to look for the best of the best. And you know, I had a lot of people approach me and said, like, I'd like to be on the fair board. Well, that's great. What do you bring to the table? Well, it would be fun. No. Our fair board has some great people. Chris DiMatteo, is the head of La Festa Italiano. Mark Gahan, Donna Gray, Robert Noldi, Armand Olivetti, which is also the attorney, Dominic Perini, who's involved with the Jessup Fire Company, which is actually a 6-day event, isn't it? 6-day event, which coincides with St. Ubaldo, and a great event up in Jessup, PA. Sherry Pritchek, who absolutely has a great understanding of vendors and all different other aspects. James Rodway, who has knows a little bit about everything that has to do with business and vending and a lot of other things. Terry Cicchini, who is part of the 4-H club. Corey Suz, Mike Toludo from PennDOT, because we needed some for logistics. And Ron Williams, who is also the commissioner of Wyoming County, and he was actually one of the people who formulated the Wyoming County Fair. Getting back to what this is about family fun, this is about quality of life, and this is about having a great event that brings people to Lackawanna County to showcase what we have. I'm so thrilled, I'm so happy. This is, like I said, this is a dream come true, and in 2019, we will be on this mountain celebrating this fair. At this time, I'd like to introduce Attorney Armin Olivetti, Chairman of the Fair Committee, for some comments.
Thank you, everyone. I want to start also by thanking the members of the Fair Board. Well, actually, it was the Study Committee. Now it's the Fair Board, for all of the effort they put in, the time, the dedication that resulted in our report and recommendation to the commissioners. And I want to thank the commissioners for acting on it and taking the steps necessary, as we recommended in the report, to create an authority to manage the fair and to enter into what is basically going to be a public-private partnership with the entertainment industry located up here on the mountain, so that we can put together a fair that everyone in Lackawanna County will be proud of. The proposal recommended by the Fair Board was to stage what's commonly called now, or frequently called, an urban fair. And we thought that the best location for it would be here on the mountain, where we have facilities that are second to none, really, in the state. We have Montage, where we're at now. We have our amphitheater, where Live Nation puts on some great concerts. We have the baseball stadium at the base of the mountain, and all of those are going to be partners participating in this public-private partnership to stage the county's fair. The purpose of the authority, the reason why the Fair Board recommended an authority be created, is that the authority will then have the legal right, without getting too legalistic about it, to have the legal right to enter into the contracts necessary and to take whatever actions are necessary to actually manage and operate the fair. So the first step in the process would be to create the authority, and the reason for this public hearing tonight is to give the public an opportunity for input. Then the commissioners will vote next week on whether or not to create the authority. Once the authority has been created, the Fair Board will be merged into the authority, and at that point we will be able to begin the contracting process to get the fair underway. We've been, as the commissioner noted, we have been active throughout this period of time, unofficially, to try to keep the momentum going. And once the authority has been created, we hope to be able to act quickly to put the fair together, to get our vendors together, and to begin the important task of fundraising, because I think it's important to mention here that the assignment the Fair Board was given by the commissioners was the fair has to be self-sustaining. This is not going to be funded with taxpayer dollars. So we're going to depend upon not only ticket sales, but the generosity of donors and vendors and things of that sort. And that takes a lot of planning and a lot of dedication. So we want to get that underway as quickly as possible. Thank you very much.
Armin, thank you very much. This time I'd like to give the public an opportunity to address the municipality authority at this point. Is anybody from the public like to come up about the fair? Please give your name and address, sir.
My name is Greg Popel. My address is 215 North Cameron Avenue in Scranton. I heard about the planning for this event. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for the county, the city, and especially for the citizens who travel to these fairs to as far away as Bloomsburg and other parts of the state. And it's nice to see something in our own backyard, and hopefully some of the people in Bloomsburg and some of these other areas will come up and take a look at this facility. There's nothing like it. I would do anything I could to support it as a citizen, and I just hope that it's as big a success as I believe it's going to be. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, anyone from the audience? Could be someone from the Fair Board too if they'd like to say a few words. Anyone at this time? Okay. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out this evening. Next Wednesday, you will see the listing of who will be formulating the authority. The amount of people on the authority has not been set yet, but it will be set for next Wednesday's meeting for the final vote. So thank you for coming out, and just another great event in Lackawanna County in 2019. So please come to see it. Thank you.